My journey in women's football started from the age about 5 or 6 when I started to play, like everyone probably did in the school playground. I first really experienced women's football when going down to watch Fulham ladies play, where I saw some of the absolute heroes in Rachel Unit, Rachel Yankey play the game, and that's when I was really inspired to continue to be involved. I then continued to play for a number of years, and it became a huge part of my life. It was everything that I wanted to do and everything that I wanted to be involved in. From when I hit sort of my 20s, that's when I sort of really got involved in coaching. It's where I found my real passion for women's football and being involved in it. It's something that I knew that I wanted to do as a career moving forward, and I've been massively lucky to be able to continue to do that and continue my journey here with London Bees.
So women's football to me is a community. It's a place where I feel like I can express myself, and I have a lot of friends and a lot of people to support me, and I just think it's a really good environment to be in as a woman.
Women's football has always been a big part of my life. I've played since I was 4 years old, so I've grown up in that environment. I think it's taught me a lot of things that I take into other parts of my life. It's taught me how to deal with things that don't go my way and win and lose gracefully, whatever way it turns. I think it's taught me how to communicate with other people and how you take other people's emotions into account, and I think it's made me an all-round better person.
Women's football is massive to me. I've played since I was 8, and obviously for me personally, my mental health has been improving massively since playing. Togetherness, obviously everyone uplifts each other, we help each other out, and I think that's what it's all about really, like a big family.
Women's football allows me to work in a community of individuals and teams that are very talented but don't get the attention that they deserve, because there are some amazingly talented individual players on and off the field, as well as the teams that take part.
Women's Football Weekend is massively important to really add that spotlight to the women's game and give it the ability to flourish in the public eye. The standard and quality of the women's game within England is massively taken on leaps and bounds over the last few years, and the players deserve the opportunity to showcase what they can do. Particularly within the National League, a lot of teams are part-time. They're doing this alongside their full-time roles, and it's a real passion for all of the players, and the extra work, hard work and dedication that it takes, it really deserves the opportunity to be celebrated. So weekends like Women's Football Weekend is massively important to really show that women can.
Women's Football Weekend is really important because it's still the case that the women's game isn't as much in the public eye as I would like it to be and other players would like it to be. So I think it's a really good way to shout about how fantastic women's football is, and I hope that everyone will get down to their local women's games and go and support the teams.
I think it's such a big thing for young girls. I think for them to look and see that things that are built to inspire them and built and show them that there is an environment, there is a safe place for them to come and learn. I think it's massive, because for some of us in this team, as a kid we played boys football, and there wasn't that initiative and that safe place for us to go. We just kind of had to muddle in and make the best of what we had. And I think it's exciting that there is that haven for young girls to go and express themselves and just fall in love with football and hopefully be the next generation.
Obviously Women's Football Weekend is massive. The coverage, the media, I think needs to be grown more. The men obviously get a lot of media and coverage, and it'd just be nice to see the women to get a bit more. But I'm excited to see where the game is going.
The importance of initiatives like Women's Football Weekend is that the growth of support in the female game is rapidly increasing, and also the coverage that it's gaining on national TV and on social media platforms like Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. The population of women's football is becoming bigger due to environments and initiatives such as Women's Football Weekend, and I think it's really important that the girls are able to strive in these environments and get the publicity that they deserve.